Welcome to the Indiana Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. My name is Jasmine. I'm going to serve as your facilitator for our college fair this evening. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. The first, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our amazing presenters at any point throughout our session tonight. Second, your camera and microphone are off, so we cannot see or hear you. Third, this is just one of many different sessions that we're offering, so feel free to visit our registration site to register for additional college fairs. And finally, this session will be recorded, so within about a week or so, you'll have access to our recording. With that said, I want to pass it over to our amazing panelists, Ball State University.
You're on mute.
And to our representative from Ball State, we are unable to hear you.
Hey everyone, I'm so sorry about that. My name is Brooke Hoosier and I'm the Associate Director of Admissions at Ball State. I'm an alum and I graduated with an education degree and I really love Ball State. For those of you that aren't familiar with Ball State, I'll give you a few fast facts. We're located in Muncie, Indiana, which is kind of in the central part of the state. We're about 45 minutes from Indianapolis. I like to think that Muncie was kind of a great place for me to transition to adulthood and grow up a little bit, but it wasn't overly expensive or a booming metropolis by any means. It had everything I needed and was still fairly close to cities if I wanted more of a big city kind of feel. But overall, we've got about 70,000 people that live here and about 22,000 plus students. So our students often refer to Ball State as the Goldilocks campus of Indiana. And what they mean by that is that it's just the perfect size. We've got awesome athletics and great research facilities, but we're not so large that you feel overwhelmed or kind of lost in your classrooms. We do have 19 Division I athletic teams. We compete in the MAC conference. Our mascot is the Cardinals. We chirp here. We chirp, chirp. That's what we do here. And a fun fact, we're founded by the same family that created the ball jar. So if you're on Pinterest or if you've been to a Pinterest inspired wedding in like the last 10 years, you probably had to drink out of one. That's thanks to our founders. So of course you're coming to you're coming to college for one reason, and that's to get your degree and hopefully go on to a really fruitful and meaningful career. So we have 120 majors here and 130 plus minors. Often when I'm out of state in particular, the kind of areas that I hear the most questions about include majors like architecture, our telecommunications program, and our fine and performing arts. But that being said, there's a lot to Ball State, and we have several nationally ranked programs outside of those areas. A minor is a really great way to tailor what it is you want to study to ultimately what it is you want to do. For instance, one of our tour guides this year, he's majoring in aquatic biology, but his minor is in scuba diving because he knows that's a skill set he'll need to have. So you can really specialize exactly what it is you're studying to ultimately the career that you want to pursue. We have a ton of options though as far as majors, so check them out online. There might be some majors you've never even heard of that exist, like glass art blowing or aquatic fisheries and biology, or maybe hearing impaired deaf education. Lots of different options to explore. We do have a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and you'll hear that number, that ratio really expressed probably at any college you listen to. And why that's important is it gives you a good idea of knowing, what type of personalized attention are you likely to get? How well will you know your faculty? For Ball State, 92% of our classes are taught by our PhD faculty. It's pretty rare to have a class taught by a graduate student, and you will get to know your faculty members. Our average class size here is 24. So I'd say, think about what your high school experience is like right now and consider, what kind of classroom do you envision yourself being most successful at? Is it in a smaller classroom? Is it 24 is kind of doable? Or do you think it might be best served in a bigger scenario? It's totally up to you, but it is important to find that right fit. Something that we think is really cool here is that we do immersive learning projects. It's required of every major, but the idea behind it is that you're still solving a real world problem, and you're working in a classroom with your faculty member and with other majors and people represented in your class, and then you solve that problem together. So for instance, our interior design students just helped a non-for-profit create new bathrooms that were compliant with the Americans with Disabilities Act. And it was critical that they did a good job because those bathrooms were implemented and are now the facilities for that organization. So that's one example out of the thousands that we've done. If you have a major in mind, I'd say check out that immersive website to really give yourself a good idea of what it is you could be doing as a project in the future. Of course, we want Muncie and Ball State to feel like your home should you choose us as an option. There's definitely a lot of things to get involved in and make it fun. We have 400 plus organizations. Greek life is certainly a part of our campus, but it's not critical. So don't feel like you have to join Greek life to really be a part of the Ball State community. That's not the case. There's always speakers, free like Broadway shows going on, musical performers, and as always, athletics are free. So you just show your student ID to get in. So what you want to participate in, it's totally up to you. But I hope with that many opportunities, you can find your people and find what really makes you happy. So of course, as you're looking at colleges, one thing that you're really going to want to consider is the cost. Location is important, the classroom, the majors, but cost is really critical too. So make sure that you are considering that cost and any scholarships that you might offer too, and looking at what that final cost of attendance is. For an Indiana resident, we're looking at about $21,000, and for an out-of-state student, about $38,000. Finally, just to give you some quick averages, our average student has about a 3.5 GPA, an 1160 on the SAT, and a 23 on the ACT, but that's just our average. I consider, of course, a bigger spectrum than that, and we'd love to have you apply. That's a quick snapshot into Ball State. Thank you for hanging with me, and good luck on your college search.
Thank you, Ball State University. Up next, we have Trine University.
Alrighty, how's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's having a good day. I know it's over here, at least it's 60 degrees out, so it's been a pretty nice day up here. Trine University is who I work for. I'm an admissions counselor there. To put it in perspective, Trine University is in the very northeast corner of Indiana, so tucked up right there in a nice corner of Indiana here. But thankfully with Trine, we've actually had some of the best past years of our lives with everything that we have going for us. So to put it in perspective, we are on a 5-year high, 5 years straight, where we've had above a 99% placement rate with our seniors. So last year, 99.4% of our seniors graduated with a job and or grad school. So very, very a good chance of getting jobs here. So we're very thankful for that. And honestly, it is probably because of the small, feel that Trine kind of gives off. We just have under 2,300 students on campus, so not a very big campus. We're a D3 school as well. So again, small little private campus, but thankfully we have a lot of stuff going for us right now. Even though we're D3, we really love our athletics here at Trine. So our men's basketball team actually just won the MIAA championship this past weekend. So again, doing very awesome things with our athletics. We have 36 teams on campus. I mean, you have your traditional sports, your soccer, basketball, baseball, softball, track and field, but some of our newer programs on campus. So just in the past 4 years, we've started an esports program on campus. We've started a bowling team on campus, hockey. So we have 4 hockey teams on campus, a Division III men's and women's hockey team, and then a Division II and a Division III club hockey team. So really awesome to see a small little D3 school like us have hockey here. So as well as we started a synchronized skating team, acro and tumbling team, and just brand new this past year, women's wrestling team, who have actually gone on to do pretty well this season as well. So about out of that 2,300 students or less than 2,300 students, about half of them are student athletes with us. I want to say about 47%, 45% of our students are actually student athletes. So again, we love our athletics here. Faculty to student ratio, we have about a 15-to-1 faculty to student ratio. So you're going to get to know your professors. I mean, they're going to know you by name in your classrooms. The classroom size is about 19 on average, just depending on what major you go into. So again, very thankful that, you know, even though we're actually growing as a university, our retention rate's going up, our incoming freshman classes are going up, we actually still have that one-on-one chances with professors and students to, again, help out, get them connected, get them the resources that they need to succeed in life in general. Again, that's why I truly believe that's why we have that 99% placement rate with pretty much all of our majors. Education is in the lead with that. For the past 8 years, our education program has graduated 100% of the students. So 8 years straight of 100% placement rate with the education program. Again, just doing phenomenal things for our students here at Trine. So also, we have about, I want to say we have about just less than 70 clubs and organizations on campus. So always something to do. You have your academic clubs. I mean, you're going to have, you know, different things with the engineering department, the business program. But we even have some of the cooler programs on campus. So we have like a bass fishing team because, fun fact about us, we have like 100 some lakes that surround Trine. So we love our athletics here. Our fishing as well with the lakes. We have a yoga team on campus. We have a gun club that actually competes in national tournaments. A lot of our criminal justice program students will go into the gun club. Again, just want to have something for everyone on campus. And I honestly would probably say about 90% of our students on campus are a part of some club or organization. And like I said, I mean, almost 47% are student athletes. So a majority of that is athletics, but even a higher percentage is a part of our Greek life programs and our just our fun clubs. You know, our theater and our music program are actually growing as well. So again, with the growth of the university comes the growth of all of our programs on campus, which we love to see. We're actually known for our engineering. So engineering is kind of our bread and butter here at Trine. Any kind of engineers. I mean, one of our two newest programs on campus is actually plastics engineering and then mechatronics and robotics engineering. So again, really loving to see, you know, new programs coming out for our engineering program. But with our business, I mean, your business, you're going to have finance, accounting, those types of programs, business management, golf management's one of a kind of a one that you don't see too often at campuses. Education is doing very well, as I said, with 100% placement rate. A lot of those programs, it's K through 12, but we do have some other programs that you can go into, specialized programs. We also have a dual licensure, so you can get an elementary education as well as special ed education for the same in the same major. So a lot of students are using that as an advantage. And then also with education, Tony Klein is the Dean of Education. He has implemented a Google certification that you can then graduate with, which then makes our students look a lot nicer, a lot more appealing to a lot more employers to then get them employed at their high school that they want to work at or other business that they want to work at. So again, those types of things are the things that kind of set us apart from other schools. I do know one of our newer programs is our health sciences programs. I mean, you have your 4-year degrees, you have your biology, chemistry, or one of our more not too many schools have this, is our forensic science program on campus. So a lot of students are a part of that. And we also have our direct admit programs for physical therapy. So you can actually graduate in 6 years with a doctorate in physical therapy, as well as a master's in physician's assistant. So many programs to be a part of here at Trine. And honestly, a really awesome place to be. That's why I love working here so much. It's just the success that we're having and a lot of the things to do. Even though we're D3 small school, still a lot of big things to do here at Trine. So good luck with everything that you guys are doing. Keep strong with all these COVID times, these crazy times. but definitely look forward to hoping that you guys apply here. Thank you.
Thank you, Trine University. Up next, we have Drake University.
All right. Hi, everybody. Hey, Michael, I just wanted to make you aware you have a question in the Q&A. And that brings to mind, if any of you students or parents or counselors that are watching have a question, please type them into the Q&A, and all of us colleges will be happy to answer those for you. My name is Veronica McLaughlin. I am an admissions representative for Drake University. I actually live in the suburbs of Chicago, Illinois, and I cover the entire state of Indiana. So I am your admissions counselor for Drake University. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Hopefully I get the right one. Let's see. All right, Drake University. So, oh shoot. Hopefully you guys see that.
Yes, we can see it.
All right, perfect. Thank you for letting me know. I can't see any heads. I can't see anything. We are a private liberal arts university located in Des Moines, Iowa. And Des Moines, as you know, is the capital city of Iowa. We are a student body population of just under 3,000. With our graduate programs, we're at about 5,000 total. So it does put us in that nice mid-sized category. Our size offers a lot of benefits. The first being, we have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And every single class that you take at Drake University is going to be taught by a professor. We don't have any classes taught by teachers' assistants, and your average class size is going to be about 21 students in a class. So truly, your professors will get to know you in the classroom. They'll know your name in the first week. But our professors at Drake University also serve as your academic advisors. So they're going to get to know you inside the classroom, outside the classroom, and they're going to be your connections for some amazing internships, which I'll touch on in just a minute. We have a lot of big school opportunities. We have over 100 undergraduate majors to choose from. So you can come into college undecided. Our professors are going to help guide you along the way to choose the right major choice for you, the best career path for you. You can double major at Drake and still graduate in 4 years. We have a very high percentage of students who triple major. So I think that's crazy ambitious, but if that sounds like you, just know you're able to do that at Drake. We also have Division I sports. So we are one of those smaller schools, but with D1 athletics. We're in the Missouri Valley Conference. Our men's basketball program just broke into the top 25 this year, which is really exciting. I'm not sure if they're going to make it to the big dance or not, but we're pulling for that. We love to have students come to the games. We will never charge you to cheer on your classmates. So we always encourage you to go to those games, cheer on your classmates. We have a lot of school spirit at every event. We have over 140 student clubs and organizations. So pretty much anything that you have a hobby or interest in, we've got a club or organization for you. We do have Greek life if you're interested in joining a sorority or a fraternity. And we also have some amazing traditions. Drake is known for the Drake Relays, which is the second largest track relay event in the entire country. In that week of April, we've got Olympic athletes that come and compete on our blue oval, but the entire week is like homecoming week on steroids. It's just a whole lot of fun with great traditions. You're gonna love that. So what I always like to say is, whatever you can envision for your college experience, you're going to be able to find at Drake University. You're just not going to get lost in the shuffle. And another thing, over 70% of our student body population is from outside of the state of Iowa. So you're going to meet students from all over the country, even all over the world. And you're not going to be on a campus where everybody goes home on the weekends. Students stick around on the weekends, and that creates a real strong community feel right from the get-go. Plus, we have a very strong alumni network across multiple cities throughout the United States. So wherever you choose to pursue your career, you'll have a strong Bulldog alumni network there. Like I mentioned, we're located in Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines is the fastest growing city in the Midwest, has a thriving economy. Companies are moving in, tremendous opportunities for our Drake students. The one thing that really sets us apart is that Drake University is the largest university in the thriving capital city of Des Moines. So we're truly the premier partner institution. What that means is you don't have competition from a large state public university right down the road, filled with tens of thousands of students competing for those same jobs, same research opportunities at the hospitals, same internships at the corporations. And when I say it's right down the road, the center of Des Moines, Iowa is 3 miles from Drake's campus. So tremendous opportunities for you to build a very impressive professional resume. You can start doing that as early as your freshman year. Another thing that's very unique to Drake, we have a locked-in tuition guarantee. Whatever the tuition is your freshman year, that's a locked-in rate for all 4 years. That's very important, especially given the economy lately. You want to be careful that you're going to a school where you're not going to have surprises of a giant increase in tuition each and every year. So I'm going to encourage you to get engaged with us, stay connected, contact me at any time. Check out our website. We have tons of virtual opportunities to get information, to get connected, to hear from professors and current students. So definitely encourage you to do that. This is my team, my colleagues on Drake's campus, some of the greatest people I've ever had the chance to work with. They would welcome you with open arms if you ever did get a chance to visit Des Moines. And if you wanted to, take a tour of Drake's campus, you can look forward to seeing them there. And I just appreciate you all coming today and listening. I know you're probably tired of all the virtual everything. And like Michael said, I hope everybody's hanging in there okay. So thanks for listening. And I'm going to try to figure out how to stop sharing my screen now. And don't forget to put questions in the Q&A. All right, go Bulldogs.
Thank you, Drake University. As Veronica mentioned, yes, please add any questions you have in our Q&A at any point throughout our presentation today. With that said, I do want to bring ahead our next presenter. Up next, we have Xavier University.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Caitlin, and I am one of the admission counselors at Xavier University. We are a medium-sized Jesuit Catholic school located in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I graduated from Xavier back in 2016, and coming to Xavier was hands down the best decision that I ever made. It actually wasn't even on my list of schools to look at, but my dad dragged me to campus for a visit, and I am really glad that he did. So if you all are able to come to campus for a visit, something that you will see while you're out and about is the slogan, "All for One." That is a Jesuit-inspired term. The Jesuits were a small order of Catholic priests founded in Manresa, Spain by St. Ignatius Loyola. And the two things that the Jesuits really are known for is giving all of the people that they serve a very strong educational foundation and a commitment to service and social justice. And I believe that you will see threads of both of those things within the curriculum during your time on campus. All of our students, regardless of their major, are required to take a set of core classes like math, science, English, foreign language, philosophy, and theology. And we believe that these classes really teach our students not what to think, but how to think, so that they can go out into the world and ask themselves what solutions will bring about the most universal good and have the most positive impact on the people that we are serving. Additionally, service and social justice, they are not at all requirements for students during their time on campus, but 2 years ago, our students completed over 80,000 hours of community service. So they definitely have their hearts and their hands involved in local organizations and also globally as well. The very first thing that you will see when you come to campus for move-in day are a group of students in bright neon t-shirts. Students start with Manresa, which is the town in Spain where the Jesuits were founded, and it's where we believe you'll really lay your foundation for the next 4 years. Our incoming first-year students will move in on a Thursday, but classes don't start until Monday. So on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you'll do small group activities and large group activities led by upperclassmen, and it's really the first way that we like to welcome you to the Xavier campus. So who really makes up our student body? About 55% of our students come from outside the state of Ohio, so chances are you're going to be sitting next to someone who comes from a different place as you do. We have a little less than 5,000 undergraduate students and about 2,000 graduate students, so that puts us at the smaller end of a medium-sized school. I do like to say the main thing, like the main takeaway from these stats is that your average class size is just going to be right around 20 to 21 students. So your professor will know your name and you will know the names of the students that are sitting next to you. A little bit more about the academic piece. I think that the world puts a tremendous amount of pressure on 17 and 18-year-olds to know exactly what they want to do with the rest of their lives. So if you're watching this and you're not quite sure what your path is, do not worry, that is absolutely okay. About a third of our students will come in as exploratory, which is essentially our undecided program. We have 90 majors and 60 minors, and additionally some honors programs as well that our students are involved in. Our most popular programs are nursing, business undecided. There are 11 different majors and minors within the Williams College of Business. Our biomedical sciences program, which we see a lot of students then go on to medical school, occupational or physical therapy school. Our education program is also very strong, as well as our biology and exercise science programs. Now, something at Xavier that we are very committed to is student success. So we want to make sure that we give you a really, really great 4 years, and we do that by developing the success team. So when you step foot on campus, you will have a team of 4 people that will be there to support you over the next 4 years. All of our students will have an academic advisor, a financial aid counselor, a success coach, and a career coach. And your success coach really will just be there to make sure that you are laying a strong foundation and that Xavier feels like home. Students also have the opportunity to have a student peer mentor and then a professional mentor as well, which is a great way for students to connect with other peers and with people who are in the profession that they one day see themselves in. It's a great way for students to get not only internships during their time in college, but have those internships then turn into careers and really expand their professional network. Xavier is home to 18 Division I sports teams. And as a student, you do get free tickets to all Xavier home games. So I think a big part about being a Xavier student is being able to go and sit in the student section. Our students won't sit down until Xavier scores the first point. So it is definitely the place to be when the team is playing. We're actually playing right now at 6, so you can tune in and watch the rest of the game if you want to, after this, of course. And then we are located in the city of Cincinnati. So I think one of the very best things about Xavier is that you get that small personalized feel within the classroom, but we have all the benefits of being just about 10 minutes away from a larger city. There's 15 hospitals within 15 miles of campus. We have 9 Fortune 500 companies and a partnership with over 60 different schools. So the great thing is that you get that individualized personal attention within the classroom, but you have a big city to then really go out and spread your wings in. The last thing that I'll mention is that we do have a 98% placement rate, which means that within 6 months of graduation, our students are working full-time at a job that requires a college degree, volunteering by doing a year of service, or in graduate school. So we work really hard to make sure that we give you a great 4 years and then get you out into the world where you can really, really live your passions. If there is anything at all that we can do to support you during this time, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or anyone on our staff. We are here to make this process as easy as possible for you. So definitely know that we are here to support you through this journey and this transition as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Up next, we have Ohio University.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining tonight. I'm super excited to be here. This is my first 6x6 event. My name is Kristen Eads, and I am an admissions advisor from Ohio University. I am a proud 2018 alumni, and I really just hope you all are staying safe and healthy. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Ohio tonight. And if you have any questions, feel free to put those in the chat. Ohio University is a medium-sized university. We have roughly 23,000 students, and we are situated in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. Bricks and trees are kind of our thing. You can tell from this photo behind me. It's an absolutely beautiful campus, especially on days like today. We are a true college town. The uniqueness of Athens is what sold me. Athens has its own vibe, and while our city is small, small does not mean boring. We are on the map culturally, socially, politically, for better or for worse, spiritually, in all the ways that you would expect a major research institution to be, and we invite you to become a part of our quirky Bobcat family. At Ohio, your transformation starts in the classroom. We are able to offer over 250 different majors, 60 minors, and 50 different certificate programs. We even have an undecided major, so if you're coming in and you're not sure what you want to do, you have that option. Or if you can't find anything that fits what you want to do, we have the option for you to build your own major. Our average class size is roughly 30 students, which is incredible for the amount of students that we have on our campus. The professors teaching your courses are here because they are passionate about teaching and have a love for their subject area. So this ensures you get a personal and intentional education. We know that what you spend your time on outside of the classroom is just as important as your time inside of the classroom. We have over 600 different student organizations. These are all active. You know, they can range from honors biology fraternities to dog walking organizations. We even have, if you're a Harry Potter fan like I am, we have a club for the books, we have a club for the movies, and we even have a Quidditch team. There's really something for everyone with so many options in between. We also have 32 club sports and 22 intramural sports, and we are a Division I athletic school participating in the MAC conference. We want you to get involved while you're here, and so for that, you are guaranteed admission at no additional charge to all of our home varsity events and our Arts for Ohio events. So when you're a student, you can just grab your Ohio ID and head down to the stadium or the Convocation Center where we play basketball and we have volleyball games. You can swipe in for free, and oftentimes they cater in some really good food. Finally, if you are interested in applying to Ohio, I do want you to know a couple of things. When you apply, you are automatically considered for merit-based scholarships. There is no additional application, and we are found on the Common App. We also offer something called the Ohio Guarantee Plus. This is an exciting fixed table of tuition, fees, room, and board cost. That means your tuition the first day of your college semester will remain the same all the way through your last semester as a college student. So 4 years or 12 consecutive semesters. Why is this important? You're working so hard now to earn scholarships and grants, and we want to make sure that the value of those scholarships that you receive maintain their value throughout your education. Like I said, we are on the Common App, and we are a test optional school now. So if you don't have an ACT or SAT on file, no problem, that's fine. You will be reviewed with all of the same amazing opportunities at your feet as someone with an ACT or SAT on file. I do encourage you though to submit any materials that paints you in the best light possible. We operate on a holistic review process, and we're really looking to get to know you as a person, as a student, and if you would be set up for success at Ohio. Some of those additional materials could be 10 letters of recommendations. It could be an activity list. It could be an essay explaining an accomplishment in your life, or it could be an essay that provides a little more clarity about your application. I know how important it is to visit campus in order to make your decision about your future. So I encourage you to check out our visit options on our website. We are hosting some in-person visits currently, and we're hoping to offer those through the summer as well. Thank you so much for having me today. I know it sounds cheesy, but truly, once a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat for life. We're super excited that you are even considering our university. If you have any questions, feel free to put those in the chat.
Thank you, Ohio University. Up next, we have Manchester University.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Sarah. I'm an admissions counselor here at Manchester, and I am going to go ahead and try to share my screen. Is everyone seeing that okay? I believe
Yes.
I've got it pulled up. All righty. So here at Manchester, we are located in North Manchester, Indiana. We're almost in the top right-hand corner of the state, and we are a small private liberal arts institution. So here are a few quick facts about Manchester. In 1889, we were founded by the Church of the Brethren. We are still affiliated with the Church of the Brethren, which is why we are a private institution. The Church of the Brethren is similar to a Mennonite religion. We have a chapel on campus, and you can participate in non-denominational Christian services there, but they are totally optional. We also, between our two campuses, share 1,500 students, so we are a small school. On our main campus here in North Manchester, that is where a lot of our students who are going through their undergraduate studies, getting their bachelor's degree, do study. We have about 1,200 students here. We have less than 20 average class size, which is awesome. It really breeds a community where you know your professor knows you, and not only will it help you do well in your classes, but it also helps you set up professional growth opportunities, career opportunities, things along those lines. And actually, the last number that I have heard for our average class size is about 14 students to 1 faculty. Also, 93% of our professors are full-time. They are people who have studied their field. They are passionate about teaching you, and you will not have a teacher's aide or a graduate assistant who is teaching your class instead of the professor who you signed up to take the class with. We are pretty diverse for being a small liberal arts community. So about a little over a quarter of our students are students of color. We have very active international and minority groups and clubs on campus, such as the Black Student Union, Latinos Unidos, and we are also chartered into the UN, so we do attract quite a few international students. As you can see, we have students from 19 different countries at Manchester. We also offer over 70 majors and programs. A little under a third of our students are first-generation college students, so if that is you would be in good hands at Manchester. And almost half of our students participate in Study Away. Let's go through a few of our majors and programs. So this is the whole list of what we offer. I'm not going to read all of these off to you, but a few of them that I would like to highlight are here in blue. These are our most popular majors. So we have accounting, art, biochem, comm studies, education, environmental science, exercise science, music, peace studies, which is a pretty unique major to Manchester. Pre-medicine, pre-pharmacy, professional sales, psychology, and sport management. We actually have the #2 sport management program in the nation. Here in yellow are some of our newer majors. These have been recently revamped, not just because they work better at the university and they are more streamlined to getting you your degree in 4 years. They also are set up with more curriculum, more courses to help you get a job after you graduate, which is very important. So in those, we have data science, digital media arts, human services, our philosophy and religious studies are grouped in together in one major, plus population health, which is a very booming field. Here in green, we also have some of our unique programs. So accounting 3+1, athletic training 3+2, and peace studies, which I'll go over what those numbers in the parentheses mean here in 1 second. So those are our graduate programs. So those numbers in parentheses, the 3+1 for, as you can see here, pharmacogenomics, Master of Athletic Training, Master of Accountancy, that means that you are in your undergrad for 3 years and you have 1 or 2 years in your graduate studies. So for example, with your Master of Pharmacogenomics, traditionally you would be in your undergrad for 4 years and then get your master's in 2 years. With Master of Pharmacogenomics in our 3+1 option, we're giving you an opportunity to essentially shave off 2 years of your study. So in 4 years, you have your master's degree and you can go out and work in the field with that. Not only does it streamline your experience here, but it also really helps you save some money in the long run. So those are a couple options that we do offer. A little bit about how successful our students are. Spoiler, they're very successful. So we have a 96% overall placement rate. Comparing that to the national average right now, which I believe is hovering around 54%. We're doing pretty well there. 95% of our psych students are accepted into graduate school. 89% of our med school students are. We also have an 86% acceptance rate into law school, and all of our athletic training students who take the ATC certification pass the exam. So if you are going to Manchester looking to go on to something like law school or be an athletic trainer, we are setting you up for success. So your classes aren't the only thing that you're going to be doing at Manchester. We do have a really vibrant and booming campus life. So when it comes to clubs and organizations, even though we are a super small university, we have over 60 to choose from when it comes to clubs. So those are including our musical organizations, so a cappella, instrumental, ensembles like marching band, things like that, but also some purely social ones. Like one of my favorites is listed here. It's We Are Board. That's a group that just gets together once a week or so and plays board games together. We also have some professional growth opportunities here. So we have things like the College of Business Club, which is for business students. It is run like a business, and freshmen can really aspire to become a president, vice president in that club, build a lot of connections, and be successful after they graduate. We also believe in service and extending our reach beyond the walls of our campus. So we have over 25,000 hours of service among our students. That includes things like setting up our campus pantry, clothing closet, which is renting professional clothes, things along those lines. Plus, we have a little bit more about campus life. So living on campus, you would be in one of our traditional halls as a freshman. That would be East or Garver Hall. It's actually pictured here. You can see the nice big window, bright walls, light furniture, very light and airy. We also have suite style dorms, which is kind of bridging the gap between living in a traditional freshman dorm and living in an apartment or a home after you were to graduate. And we also own some apartments off campus as well. So when it comes to athletics, our teams are NCAA Division III. That means that with every Division III, you do not receive athletic scholarships. However, every student at Manchester, whether you are an athlete, regardless of major, every single person who is admitted gets a scholarship based off of your high school GPA. And that's on a sliding scale, depending on what your GPA is. And those range from 12,000 to 22,000 per year locked in. So we really want to reward you for that hard work that you've done in college. We are a member of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. As you can see here, we have our new athletic stadium that opened in fall 2020. We actually postponed our football season to the spring, and we're coming up on the beginning of our season right now. So our field is brand new. Our athletes are getting to use it for the first time, which is super exciting. Plus, we have a newly refurbished weight room and fitness center. So I am going to go ahead and stop sharing here. If any of you have any questions for me or any of my coworkers here at Manchester, please leave something in the chat, get connected with us. I'd be happy to chat with you guys.
Thank you, Manchester University, for your presentation. With that said, that does conclude our presentation for today. Before we go, though, I do just want to share with all of our amazing attendees a few important announcements. So once we close our session today, a brief survey will appear, approximately 4 questions or so. Feel free to respond to that survey. In fact, we encourage you to do so. Also want to remind you that we do have more sessions, so feel free to register for additional sessions. And finally, within about a week or so, you will have access to this recording. With all of that said, we want to thank you again for joining us for our college fair, and I hope you all have a great evening. Good night.